Guys, like, comment, subscribe, share the video, especially if you love college football as much as I do. Okay, I've already talked about some of the big week 1 games. I'm going to go ahead and start talking about some big week 2 games as well. Just because some teams don't really play anybody in that first game, but then week 2 comes around, then they end up playing another top 10, top 15 opponent. And of course, I'm talking about Michigan versus Texas. I'm not going to change my prediction very much from my initial prediction months ago. I'm going to go with Texas to win this game. Michigan just lost too much in terms of everything, players, coaches, and not a dig at Sharon Moore. It's not that I don't think he's a good coach. I think he'll be a pretty good coach. You got to be pretty special to step in, especially on hours' notice, to beat a top 10 Penn State team at Penn State, knowing that your boss, your coach, Jim Harbaugh at the time, is not going to be running the show. Now that you're going to be doing it. Oh, and you also got to call plays for the offense, and you're still coaching the offensive line. So to be able to do that, that takes a pretty special coach. And again, while I think he's going to be a good coach, it's just hard for me to see Michigan be able to put together enough pieces, especially offensively, to beat a team that's going to be a top 5 elite team like Texas probably will be this year. Now, again, I'm not saying Michigan can't win this game. I just don't think, if you look at a weakness Texas had last year, it was the pass defense. It was atrocious, especially when you have a dual threat quarterback like Dylan Gabriel and even Michael Penix, the 2 quarterbacks that beat Texas this past year. And Orji, I've seen him play. He's got really good legs. He's a really good athlete, but his passing game, from what I saw, especially in the spring game, was not very good. And while, again, it's very possible, and I think he's going to be the starter, it's possible for Michigan to win this game. Michigan's at home. Their defense is probably going to be really good again. They went and got a new defensive coordinator from the NFL, so that's a huge plus. It's very hard for me to see them to put together enough offense passing-wise to be able to exploit Texas's pass defense. And even then, while it's possible that will be the weakness again, because Texas' run defense, by the way, Michigan likes to run the football a lot. I don't see them getting 100-plus yards on Texas's run defense like that, unless Orji breaks free and gets a few scrambles for a lot of yardage. So that's why I'm leaning towards Texas. I think this game will be very tough for both teams. And again, it's a winnable game for Michigan. It is home. It's hard to play over there, especially if you're not used to that environment. But I don't see Texas dropping this game. Give me Texas to win by at most 17 points. And not because I don't think they're really 17 points better than Michigan. I just think they'll pull away and score a few more points before the game is actually over. So give me Michigan to lose this game at Texas, because I don't think offensively they'll be able to do enough to beat Texas. And Texas's offense, while Quinn Ewers is going to be the starter, I do expect him to struggle, just because there have been times, even this past year, where he was inconsistent. He did play great most of the time, and then there were times where he couldn't hit open guys, or he would throw right into coverage and the ball would get picked off, and that would have Texas struggle in some games where they should have blown out some of those teams. So that's my opinion. I got Texas winning by at most 17, at least a touchdown.